law firm that you are in, right? Or at least an international law firm.
Not necessarily. I mean, this is why I think I think it's one of those things that people think you have to in the U.S. market you do when you come from the in-house training. But when you come from outside, you're totally off track in terms of how recruitments take place. And whereas in the law firm, and I think you know that Lisa, the recruitments for JDs always happen between August and December. This is when the recruitments take place. So basically, at the time that if you're a Netherlands student, you get your first grades. But at that time, this is when you start sending out resumes. At that point, the budgets are already frozen. Most of the jobs have already been given out, by December. So it makes it very difficult to compete on that stage. I think in-house, there's no such thing as a cycle for recruitment. It really depends on the market, and it depends on the needs of the company. So I don't necessarily think that you would need to have a U.S. Or any sort of in-house of law firm practice before you actually move in-house. It just happens to be more of a tradition in New York, but I don't think it applies to the same extent for employers.
Yeah, I would say for the United Nations, instead, it would be important to add some experience to your JD or LLM before you apply for jobs. There are no paid internships with the UN, so you have to factor at least 6 months of unpaid internship. But that will, in a way, make your career even more kind of distinct and appealing to the potential role. And just remind you that the United Nations is a big institution. We're talking about thousands of people. We're talking about hundreds of offices. I myself don't know probably a third of the offices that work for the United Nations. There are probably offices out there that are within the United Nations Secretariat that I have no idea about. So it is a huge work, but again, it can be overwhelming in terms of the potential offer, job offer that the United Nations can give you. But at the very minimum, there's a common threshold, and the threshold is you have the unique features of being, by definition, United Nations candidates, because you are not just based on a single jurisdiction, on a single culture. The United Nations is all about multiculturalism, diversity, different people. So that's where you are. You have your legal status, you have your legal status in the institute, and then try to add some practical experience. Again, at the entry level, unfortunately, unpaid experiences carry some weight. And that doesn't necessarily have to be done within the United Nations. If you're interested in, human rights law, there's plenty of NGOs in the world that do interesting job, unpaid job. I consider it's unfair. It shouldn't be like that, but that's what it is. So get an internship with an NGO and try to make the best out of it, put in your curriculum, and then go out and apply